Hey boys and girls, and welcome to a very bizarre episode of Luthorville. Okay, so I always try to make these informative, right? The whole idea of Luthorville is to be educational. Well, I learned something rather disappointing, which is that somewhere out here, people like to come out to the desert and steal rocks. As you can see from my property, I have a lot of rocks. I have a multitude of rocks. As El Guapo might say, I have a plethora of rocks on my property. Nevertheless, I don't want anything to get ripped off. And I started walking around the property today noticing that some probably, I'm imagining, mid-sized rocks about yay big got stolen. Like maybe half a dozen of them. The only reason that I know, I obviously don't have the location of every single rock memorized, but I could see in the dirt and in the sand and with the chaparral and the grasses and everything, which, by the way, I still got to figure out what kind of grass this stuff is. I'm not really certain yet. But anyway, I digress. The point is that I realized that there are rocks missing. Here, I'll show you a little bit of footage of it. See right there. Look at that. See, there's one there, and then there's also one right here, right next to it. And you can tell they were taken very recently because look at the grass. See how it's all bent over? I mean, obviously these haven't been missing for months, right? This was not that long ago. Very, very weird. And here we go. Here's another example. Once again, you can see that the grass is bent, so the thing was taken very recently. It hasn't been gone too long. Maybe, a couple of weeks at the most? All right, so this rock was not stolen. As you can see, it's still sitting there. But it was flipped over when I found it. So, as you can tell, this rock looks like it's been here for, a few centuries. And it was, oddly enough, flipped over. So, we come over this way. And this is a cool little section here of rocks. And here we can see, there we go. There's a spot where a rock is obviously missing as well. It's very, very windy today. But yeah, so this rock was taken. No sign of it anywhere because everything is, there are no loose rocks around at all. So let's come over this way. I'm doing this handheld and walking, so I apologize if it's a little shaky, but there we go, look. Ta-da! Another missing rock. Okay. So, what's the deal, man? Why would you come out to the desert and randomly steal half a dozen rocks? Oh, look, here. I just spotted another one. Another one right in here. See that? Obviously another indentation of a rock that was there. Now that one looks like it could have potentially been gone for a while. I don't know, it's hard to tell. This section right here is a little like fire pit. I always thought that this thing was really cool because, you always kind of wonder who made it and how long it's been here. Has it been here since the 1980s or since the 1880s? I have no idea. But as you can see, looks like a lot of rocks are missing. This used to be surrounded, this whole perimeter, by stones, and now they're all gone. Now granted, because this is open, empty, raw desert, the people who took the rocks probably don't even realize that somebody owns this property, right? They probably don't realize it belongs to someone. So, in that sense, I'm not really that upset about it. But the moral of this story is, don't go stealing rocks out in the desert, because they might belong to me. So leave them alone. Thanks for watching, and be sure to watch some more episodes. Hey, by the way, quick little thing before I wrap it up. Did you know, see, I want to keep this educational, so I'll give you a little bit of trivia that you might not be aware of about YouTube, okay? You can actually totally lose your train of thought and not have any idea what you're talking about. So give me a minute. Where was I going with this? Oh yes, as you wrap up the end of the videos, a lot of people always say, please like and subscribe. Well, I was actually partnered with some YouTube networks like a number of years ago. I highly recommend against that. Don't ever do it, because both companies that I partnered with were jerks and they completely ripped me off, so don't ever do that. But one thing that they did teach me was that if you actually ask people to like your videos and subscribe, that they have metrics showing that your subscriptions will go up and the likes on your videos will go up. Nevertheless, I never say that anymore. And the reason that I don't is because I feel like if it works, then it's kind of manipulative. And that really bothers me. I don't want to do that to people. So I never ask anybody to like and subscribe anymore, or to share with your friends like I used to say on some of the other videos. So yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. That's something I've changed, and that's why. Because I respect the people that actually take the time to watch this, darn it, and I'm not going to play little mind games with you. Of course, maybe this whole speech was reverse psychology, in which case you're still going to like and subscribe. Now I'm just confused.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.